What's up, my chingus? Welcome to This Week in K-Pop. My name is Steven, and today we are going to react to Twice's brand new song, Signal. Let's fucking go. Man, this is a pretty awesome looking drone shot. Plus this crater. Some retro outfits here. Gosh, that midriff. Whew. All napping now. Gonna get probed.
Trying to let you know.
Interesting. This is a little bit more housey than I expected. Oh, all right, I got it. What is this? What happened to the kind of interesting beat? That was a really long time of sing talking. You're looking a lot better with this hair, girl. Can you use Candy Crush assets like that? Oh, can you use Men in Black assets like that? And I'm getting real Wonder Girls vibes from this. Which makes sense, as is JYP. And they're really, really pushing this, that phrase. What's her power? Just looking pretty and raving? Man, an interlude. Please don't be too long. Man, this outfit must clank like a mother. Alright, I like do-do-do-do-doos. Man, they do look good. This part does not sound good. Just like halts the whole song. Oh. Ugh. Oh, the alien faces. It's gonna haunt my dreams. So, my thoughts. Let's start with the music. Longtime listeners of our podcast know that I was not a huge fan of Knock Knock. Not that it's a bad song, it just wasn't remotely close to as good as Twice's previous songs. Like Ua was my favorite song in 2015. TT I also really like. I think it was number 3 or something like that for 2016. This song is definitely better to me than Knock Knock, but I don't know by how much. It definitely is not a TT, because there's just parts in this song where it just grinds to a halt. That just like that part was kind of cool in the intro when the beat was a little bit different. I need to re-listen. I'm pretty sure the beat was a little different because it was kind of interesting, kind of groovy. And then JYP kind of then puts this like boring stank on it, and it was just like it just wasn't very interesting. I think one of the reasons why that matters to me is because I really like catchy songs, and I really like K-pop songs that they just go. Like, for example, Nomu 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 by IOI is a very good example of like, it just goes and it just never stops. And it's just, you're bobbing your head and you're in there. I think TT is also kind of a good example of that. You know, and the reason I bring up Nomu 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 is because that song is also written by JYP. It was the last song written by JYP. So I was kind of excited. I thought JYP learned a lot of really good lessons with Nomu Nomu Nomu. Like they took his sound, but they added this kind of lower register and this, you know, he kind of stopped doing some of the things that made his songs less desirable in the kind of new generation. But there's just some of this JYP stuff in there where it's just like, there's a little too much sing talking. Like sing talking was okay back in the Wonder Girls era, but nowadays it's just, I don't really like it. Now the chorus is actually okay. I actually really kind of like the chorus. I just wish that the rest of the song kind of fit together a lot better, where things didn't just grind to a halt. I think that's one of the cardinal sins that you don't want in a catchy K-pop song nowadays, is when you're kind of into it and then it's just like, blah, 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 right? Just like someone hits the brakes. It's not super Frankenstein-y like, you know, 3 years ago when a lot of songs were just crazy Frankenstein-y. It just wasn't that interesting. Now, the music video, I actually think the music video is actually pretty good. I actually really liked it. Knock Knock, again, if you're a longtime listener on our podcast, you know that I thought the Knock Knock video was just terrible. It is a terrible, cheap version of a video that we get a lot by many, many girl groups all the time. And Twice is known for having really good music videos. Like Ooh Ah is one of my favorite girl group videos of all time. Cheer Up with the transitions was really awesome too. And this one's kind of back to being the best possible version of one of these types of songs. I think it gives all the girls a good chance to shine. I think the set design is really good. The outfits are really good. They look very good. When I heard that they were doing superpowers, I was like, oh man, that can look really cheesy and kind of really dumb. But I actually thought the superpowers looked really cool, at least most of them. The girls look like they're having fun, which is also very important, I think. They're not trying to overly be too sexy, or they're not trying to overly be too symbolic or any of that nonsense. It's just cute girls having fun, dancing a cutesy dance. And that's pretty good. I really did like that. I do also want to mention the amount of cuts is great. I just cannot stand music videos nowadays where you take gorgeous girls or handsome dudes and you're just like cut and cut and cut and cut, and you can't really see their faces. While this one doesn't have a super long take like Ooh Ah did, it still does a great job of just having a 4 or 5 seconds where you can just stare at this beautiful girl's face. And I like that. I really wish more K-pop videos did that. It still boggles my mind that they don't. The dance, okay. I have kind of mixed feelings about the dance kind of in first watch. Twice is cute, but I feel like they tried really, really hard to make it super cutesy, like with the hearts and more hearts and so many hearts. And I didn't know you could do so many hearts with so many body parts. I thought it was a little too cheesy. Not that I want Twice to be super sexy or anything, but I thought it was a little bit too kiddie, I guess. I don't know. But I did like the choreography more than Knock Knocks. But I do want to watch like a full choreography video. It seemed a little less involved than some of their past choreographies where they have lots of different, like, you do something, you do something, you do something, you know. This one seemed a little bit more basic, but again, it's just a music video. First watch, I definitely need to see a dance video. You know what? I'm going to listen to it again and give you some additional thoughts hopefully after that, because you don't just always get enough from the first listen. Hold up. So the beginning part is actually different. It sounds a little bit more housey, which I like. It also has the girl, I don't know which girl singing it, but she's singing the Signal tagline without this weird filter that JYP is putting on these girls. And it just sounds so much better. It sounds so much clearer. It sounds so much cleaner. And I kind of wish this was more of the song. Like, it kind of boggles my mind that JYP was like, okay, I made this intro, hear the part we put in the song. The part we put in the song is so much better. Like that boggles my mind. Like, let's add filters and let's add this kind of rumbling bass thing that kind of doesn't sound interesting, kind of drowns out the junk. Like, I just want this. I just want this. So another thing that kind of I realized listening to it again is that this song's backing track is just nothing. Like, again, I'm comparing this to Noma 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 because JYP produced that one too, where Noma 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 has this like very clear melodic kind of backing track, like do 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 do, and like all my favorite K-pop songs have something like that. I mean, again, longtime listeners know I love Brave Sound, and Brave Sound is the best at the boopity boops. And this backing track is just, it doesn't have that melodic punch. It doesn't have that melodic call-in that you just want to groove to. A lot of the melody comes from the girls sing talking, and guess what? When you're sing talking, it's just not a very good grabby. You're just not grabbed by that. The chorus gets a little bit better because they're actually kind of singing the melodic thing, and there is a little bit more boopity boops, but in general, it just seems a little noise. It just seems a little bit like noise and a girl kind of talking. So yeah, overall, like, I think the song is okay. I like it personally better than Knock Knock, although I'm sure a lot of people may not think that way, judging by the downvote ratio. I can say without a doubt the music video is much, much, much better than Knock Knock's. I do think I need a little bit more time because, for example, my initial thoughts on Cheer Up were also not super awesome. Granted, that came right after Like Ooh Ah, where my expectations were like at an all-time high. So I'm not sure if I kind of like this song because I didn't like Knock Knock so much, or it's just a good song. I really don't know. So yeah, those are my smattering of thoughts. This is, I'm sure, not like a normal reaction video, so thanks you guys for sticking around. If you want to hear more of my in-depth thoughts along with my co-host Josh's thoughts, please check out our podcast. You can find it on any podcasting platform, iTunes, Google Play Store, SoundCloud, whatever. It's called This Week in K-Pop. It's the best podcast out there that's related to K-pop. You heard it here first. I'll see you guys next time, maybe for another reaction video. Peace out.